Well, hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Off-Farm Income Podcast YouTube channel. Hey, this is Matt Breckwald. Great to have you here with us again today. Well, today we are going right back to Appomattox, Virginia. We're going to be learning more about this great FFA chapter and some of the students from there. And I am going to be speaking with Damion Clark. He's going to be talking to us all about growing up around his family's tree service business and how that's led him into a career focused towards entrepreneurship and serving others. And he's also going to be talking about how his family has expanded their agricultural initiative and brought on more species to their farm and how they're really ramping up the farming legacy that's been there in their family for so many years. We're going to be starting that for you right now. Joining me today is Damion Clark, and Damien is our second guest coming to us from Appomattox High School in Appomattox, Virginia. He's going to be talking to us all about his supervised agricultural experience today. Damien, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Oh, great. I'm looking forward to hearing about your FFA experience, and we're going to jump into that here real quick. I'd like to ask you just a few questions about you so our audience can get to know who they're listening to. Would that be all right?
That'd be fine.
All right. Well, how old are you now, Damien?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, how old are you now?
Oh, I'm 19.
Okay. And when you're at home, are you in town, on a farm, or something kind of in between?
I'm in between. I'm all over.
Okay. And now what does that mean, you're all over?
Whoever calls, I go to.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Okay. But what about where do you live? Do you live on a farm or do you live in town or something kind of?
Yeah, I live on a farm, yes.
Okay. And what do you all do on your farm?
We raise cows, pigs, chickens, and that.
Okay, very cool. And is that the primary job of your family there on the farm, or is that kind of in addition to other work?
It's in addition to other work.
Okay, very cool. And how long has your family been involved in doing this?
We've been involved in farming for about 5-6 years.
Okay, very cool. So this is something that's relatively new to your family.
Well, it's been going on from past generations, but we the ones that's really gotten more into it.
Gotcha. And so why do you think that is? What is it about you and your family right now that's kind of gotten more enthusiastic about it?
Well, the reason I say we got more into it is because we've expanded to raising more different things, because past generations, they stuck to hogs and like chickens and all that, so we're going into something new with raising cows.
Okay, very cool. And are you raising straight commercial cattle, or are you involved in like registered cattle and things like that?
Residential Black Angus.
Oh, okay, very cool. Good for you guys. And so is your herd size, does it grow every year, or are you kind of set at this point?
We're set at this point.
Okay.
But yes, it grows.
Very good. All right. Well, how long have you been part of the FFA, Damien?
I've been part of the FFA for about 5 years.
Okay. And what brought you in? What made you want to join this organization?
Well, I've always liked farming, and I wanted to learn more about it. Mm-hmm. So when I got into high school, decided to take FFA class, and that got me more and more motivated to stay in it.
Okay, very cool. Well, what have you always liked about farming? What is it about it that kind of draws you towards it?
I've liked to see things grow and like see how everything works.
Yeah, it's kind of like just having an interest in nature and everything around you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Good for you. Well, you're raising all these different species of livestock on your farm. Do you have a favorite?
I would say cows.
Yeah? Yeah, that's the same with me. I've got a bunch of different stuff on our place out here in Idaho, but I definitely I lean towards the cattle. I like the cattle.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, so you've spent all that time in the FFA. I always like to acknowledge who our FFA advisors have been. Who have those folks been for you, Damien?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, who were your FFA advisors along the way?
Oh, my FFA advisors were Mr. McCann and Miss Duncan.
Very good. Well, thank you for acknowledging them. And Damien, I bet if you guys have cattle, do you have to have some special equipment there so you can catch them? And if you got to give them shots, keep them kind of hold them still and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got a sponsor that I would do a commercial for about this time in the show, every show. They're called Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment, and they make all sorts of stuff for handling cattle. They make squeeze chutes and panels, sweep tubs, runways, calf tables, and they really make high-quality stuff. And I don't know how your cattle are out there in Virginia, but out here in the West where they've been manufacturing their livestock handling equipment for, over 80 years now, we have got some wild and crazy cows. And so... all cows are wild. Well, they certainly can be, and I bet you appreciate having good equipment when you get a wild cow coming in and you got to get up close to her.
Oh, yeah.
Well, very good. Well, everybody, please go over to powderriver.com and check out everything that Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment has to offer for you. They certainly do make wonderful equipment. I've been to their factory, and we use their stuff right here on our own farm. Matter of fact, I got cows out by that squeeze chute just today, and so hope you'll check them out and let them know that Matt Breckwald from the Off-Farm Income Podcast sent you to them. Hey, Damien, thank you for letting me do that quick commercial.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Well, let's talk about your supervised agricultural experience. So I'd like to learn and know more about what you were doing through high school for your SAE.
Can you repeat that again for me, please?
Yeah, what were you doing for your supervised agricultural experience in high school?
Oh, okay. I was doing wood production.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah.
So you were raising sheep and shearing them for the wool?
Uh-huh.
You were raising sheep and shearing them?
No, I was doing wood production.
Oh,
like
sorry.
Trees. Yeah.
You know, I'm from Idaho, and you're from Virginia, and I may sound like I've got an accent to you, but you definitely sound like you have an accent to me. I'm sorry I misunderstood.
Oh, it's fine.
All right, well, tell me about wood production. So what were you doing?
Well, I would do top trees, sell firewood, and that sort of thing with wood production.
Gotcha. So is this like a tree service business that you started or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. What's the name of this company?
Clark's Tree Service.
Oh, well, that's very good. Clark's Tree Service. And this is still a company that you're operating today?
Yes, me and my dad, yes.
Very cool. Well, very good. So is it primarily a firewood business, or is that a side product that you can sell after you do the work on people's trees for them?
It's a product.
Okay. Very
when
good.
when the winter time comes, that's when firewood starts coming into play.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're able to kind of are you collecting firewood from the jobs you're doing all year, then selling it in the fall? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Very good. So what do most people hire you for? What kind of tree work do folks need out there in Appomattox, Virginia?
Tree toppings, like you have a house and the tree's on top of your house, you want to get it back off your house, then we cut down trees. Gotcha.
You know, I had a grand plan at one point, Damien. This is years ago, where I was trying to get firewood to heat our home for the winter. And I thought, I'll put an ad on Craigslist that I'll take down people's problem trees for free in exchange for me getting the firewood. And the very first job I ever went and did, I felled the tree on top of their house. It wasn't great.
Oh, boy. That's not good.
I got lucky. I didn't cause any damage. It really wasn't that heavy of a tree up at the top, so I got really, really lucky. But that was the last one I did like that. I didn't do any more like that. I suppose you and your dad are probably a bit more professional than I was when it comes to tree service.
Well, we all have to learn.
Yeah, unfortunately, I always seem to learn the hard way. That seems to be my deal.
Yeah.
Well, so how long have you been involved in working the tree business with your father?
All my life.
Okay, so you've been learning for a long, long time about the right way to make cuts and all of that, I would assume.
Yeah.
Now, where you're at, is this the type of business where you will eventually become like a certified arborist or something like that?
Yeah.
That's something, at least you have the option of doing that, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you guys find your customers? How do folks know where to find you, or if they need your help, they can come to you?
Well, we make cards and we hand them out residentially. So
Mm-hmm.
if anybody needs, they'll spread them out from there because recommending.
Yeah. So people will tell other
then,
people about you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I'm sorry, you were going to say something else?
Nah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, do you guys use anything like Facebook or Craigslist or anything like that to advertise as well?
Yes, we sometimes use Facebook.
Okay, very good. And so, do you have a busy season and a slow season when it comes to the tree business?
Yes.
And when is that for you? When do you get busiest?
Busy is when it's mainly summertime,
Mm-hmm.
going into early fall.
Okay.
And then the slow time is when it's winter
Okay.
and everything.
And so, what do you do during the winter to make a living? Are you able to just focus on farming at that point, or do you do something else?
We do farming and then we do the firewood.
Okay, gotcha. You do the firewood. Very cool. What do you think about owning and operating your own business? Is watching your dad doing this and kind of growing up in this business, does it make you want to have and work for yourself?
Yeah, it's very fun to do.
Very
not
cool.
Not many people like doing that kind of work.
Yeah, but you like that, being outside and kind of
Yeah.
working with your body?
Oh yeah.
Good for you. Very good. And so, there's got to be parts of it you really enjoy, and I'm sure there's parts of it that you don't enjoy as much. Are you running chainsaws and things like that?
Excuse me?
Are you running chainsaws and
Oh yeah.
all of that? Yeah, very cool. So what's your favorite part of the business? What do you like doing the most?
My favorite part of the business is to get danger away from people, such as when, like I was telling before, how
Mm-hmm.
trees are over the houses.
Yeah.
Is to get all that stuff off the house so it wouldn't cause no damage to
Mm-hmm.
who's ever living there.
So you serving people and helping them out, that's your favorite part.
Yeah.
Very cool. Good for you, Damien. Well, is this something, when you look forward, this is something you want to continue to do, maybe take over this business at some point?
Yeah.
Good for you. That's wonderful. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing this. I really enjoyed hearing about it and really enjoyed getting to know you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Special thanks to Damion Clark for coming on and sharing that story, and really enjoyed hearing about that, about the family legacy, both when it comes to farming and with the start of Clark's Tree Service. Really enjoyed the story. Looking forward to seeing where that goes. And everybody, as always, enjoy your journey to the ultimate lifestyle business, agriculture.